Hi, Cancer. Let's talk about the energy. I did Earth Signs videos yesterday, and I am so happy to say that the energies are getting lighter. I think for Earth Signs, at least, we know that many of them are in transitional periods. Moving, so many of you, and thankfully, I'm hearing from so many of you that things are getting easier. Not all of you, some of you are still having some difficult times. But we're going to take a look at Cancer right now, and I'm going to give it one more rifle. They're starting to get sticky now. And let's do a quick shuffle for Cancer. Get the last of that positive energy flowing through the cards. The energies for Earth Sign. And normally I have breakdowns, and the energies are so hideously horrible that I was almost frightened by how relaxed and fluid the energies were for Earth Signs. So we're hoping for much better energies coming into the end of the year for Cancers too. So now that we're done with all of that, let's get on to the reading. Okay. No. All right. So at the focus, the very bottom, and I'm going to show you the next card too, because I think it's important, and I do believe that for some of you, Cancer, this is something you've already done, and that's depart, separate from a situation that was emotionally not worthy of you anymore. For some of you, it was a love relationship. Not all of you. But I do know that for some of you, you've been transitioning from old situations into new partnerships. And that's what this can talk about. That maybe after a period of being alone, you've now discovered this new love situation. And I think for so many of you, pardon me, that's where your focus is going to be during the month. And just like I said, Cancer, you've got something new, exciting, moving into your life with real drive, excitement, passion, something that's really worth getting excited about. Very nice. The Magician. For some of you, it could be around your career, something you're very driven about, something you're very deeply emotionally involved in. I think for some of you, that's all about career. Now, we've got the card of reflection. Patience. And, the Hermit does display a bit of, sometimes I think the Hermit is out of tune, out of step. While the rest of the world rushes by, he sort of just stands still and reflects. So, I think that maybe you've come to a point, Cancer, possibly, where you've been busy enough, where, the world has been rushing by you and you've been rushing along with it. And then there's just this moment where you say, I need to breathe. I need to reflect. And you do that. You do that. Like I said, the energies are softer, aren't they? They're so much more relaxed. So after a time of hurry and deep work practices, because the magician, he uses all of the elements around him. So he's an incredibly busy guy. And now for Cancer, we're at this period of needing to reflect. Now, some of you are reflecting on a relationship. I just heard, now, Michael, why did you just say that? Michael just whispered in my ear, some of you think that a situation is going too quickly. You almost feel like you just left a relationship and you're already in another one that is almost too fulfilling. And it's happened rather rapidly. Let's see what the next card is. The Seven of Swords. Interesting. At the very center of this reading, we have the Seven of Swords. And then we have the Tower. Okay, this is not going to be for everyone. The Two of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Five of Swords. So that's where the energy gets hinky, is when we get to this middle card with the Seven of Swords, this card of deception, lies. And for some of you, I almost feel like this is self-doubt. This is you possibly doubting the whole situation. Now, this is a new beginning. After a situation that you've walked away from. So we know that some of you departed one situation and almost immediately got involved with someone else. It may have happened really quickly. Now, again, I feel this is, well, these energies can go either way. Okay, this can either go into a career kind of perspective, or it can go into love. We're going to get to a love reading over at Vimeo after this. But it really wants to talk to a situation where someone left a partnership and got immediately involved with someone new. It was almost like the ink wasn't even dry on the divorce papers. And someone new moved in. And I know you're having trouble with this window reflection. I will explain the cards to you as I go. That one is the Two of Swords. So we've got this, try to eliminate some of this glare here. So what we have here is this, I think that might do it. There we go. Nope. One more second. I want to get the light right. Oh, it's still not going. Where am I going wrong here? One more thing I need to do here. Is that better? That's better. Okay. Now we're ready. Oh, get my thinking back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. The Ace of Wands. The Magician, the Hermit. We know that something for Cancer has happened quite quickly after one relationship had ended. We got involved maybe very quickly. And it seemed to almost move too fast. It's almost as if Cancer, some of you feel like you're too happy. And you may be thinking that you're kidding yourself or you're fooling yourself about this relationship moving forward. So instead of dealing with your feelings, you may have put it to an end. Maybe because you decided to reflect on the situation, and maybe you decided that things were going too quickly and you've decided to end this new romance. This, for me, the deception, I think for some of you, is talking about kidding yourself. Kidding yourself that maybe you didn't really want to get involved with a new personal relationship. So the Two of Swords says you're at a crossroads. The Two of Wands says you're at a crossroads. Both of the cards represent having to make choices, make decisions, some of them difficult. This person, though, doesn't see the truth of the matter for what it is. And for some of you, that was a Ten of Cups relationship. It had love and drive and passion and desire. It kind of fulfilled everything that you really wanted to manifest. But for some of you, the situation happened way too quickly after you had just left another relationship. And like I said, it feels like the ink on the paper wasn't even dry before you got involved, or someone in your situation got involved with someone else. This may be a partner that left you that got involved right away in something. And they are now in the situation where they think the relationship had just gone way too quickly. With the Five of Swords, it's that inner conflict. So we're still dealing with inner conflict. Now, if this is a career scenario, and I'm going to paint that picture very lightly, you may have gotten involved in a situation that looked really promising at the beginning. But when you got into it, it really wasn't meant for you. It may have been fine for somebody else, but you have way too much energy, way too much drive, way too much desire, I feel, to sit at a desk. For some of you, you're a very active energy, and around your career field, someone wanted you to sit behind a desk and push papers all day, and you tried it, but it didn't work for you. So you decided that you didn't want to do that. You didn't want to hold that position anymore. And maybe you left that job because you didn't like the position they put you in, and they didn't give you a choice but to accept it or to leave. And so some of you have left that situation. Now, let's take a quick clarification with the Sibilas. Let's ask the Sibilas in this situation. Just answer, and we will get more clarity on the situation. If it's love, over at Vimeo, the link will be left down below. But let's look here at our link in love between this situation, an old situation, and something that happened quite quickly for Cancers. I don't think that you, if this is you, I don't think you expected to feel as deeply as you do for this new person that's come in, Cancer. Okay. La Donna Maritata, the messenger. And the Subharbia. I think that for some of you were involved with someone that had children, and you didn't want to get that deeply involved with someone that had children. Honestly, it wasn't part of your plan, because this talks about the ego. It talks about pride. And for some of you, the new situation had children involved. And the children, the situation with the children, I'm hearing, just got to be too much for you. And even though you have a great deal of affection for you, for some of you, there were issues with this person's children. Plus, you're maybe a little bit of pride was getting in the way. It may have been. Now, I'm getting a specific situation. It may not be for everyone, but I am hearing that someone's teenage son, I'm hearing more favoring son than daughter, but it could have been a daughter, had a real issue with you. Or if this is talking about you and a partner that split from you because the teenage son didn't care for you, or the teenage daughter had personality conflict where you or the partner, whoever it is that left the relationship, is concerned that was part of the issue, was the struggle. And I get that, really struggle between this person and an older child. They got their message across and you left the relationship. Okay.